that was a weird dream. Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, I had a really weird dream. I was at Bloomington High School and they weren't using. I was with my my teacher, Mr. Weltha, and who's a great guy, great teacher. But I had a weird dream that they weren't using any texts in their lesson. Oh, it's like a waking up to a nightmare. Alright, well, I gotta cook some breakfast because I'm starving and I can't teach a lesson on an empty stomach. But why don't you follow me and we'll go over, cook some breakfast, alright? Oh, God, I hate having a nightmare like that. Really, who has a dream that your school doesn't have text in physical education? Unbelievable. No literary concepts. Alright, well now that we're in the kitchen, first thing we need to do is probably clean up the kitchen. It's a disaster. But it's kind of like in my dream, I needed to clean up what was going on. I mean, I can't have no literacy strategies going on in my classroom. That's not good. I need to incorporate all that. And in my dream, it wasn't happening. All that there would be is maybe a sheet for the weightlifting class that we were in, and that's it. It wasn't good. So the first thing that I would have to do, I mean, kind of like cleaning dishes, as you can see I'm doing, loading my dishwasher, gonna need to clean up the system, how it's working, how my class would be run in that dream. First thing I would do is kind of give them study guides, you know, simple, basic literacy strategies. But not all kids like paper. They don't like reading text. They think it's phys ed class, so we give them something a little different. Since I'm in the weight room, something that I would do is show them a video. Maybe I teach next week, so I could really do this. This epiphany of a dream could be a really good thing. But, alright. So now that I've come to the realization that I need to clean up and come up with ideas for how I can improve my classroom, because right now in that dream there wasn't any. No literacy strategies. I mean, come on. Am I right? That's just unacceptable. So, now that I know that I have to clean it up, just like my dishes are all clean now, we can start breakfast. Let's do that. Now, we're ready to cook breakfast. I'm going to have an omelet for this morning. I like to have omelets because they're nice and nutritious, and as a physical education teacher, I like to lead by example. I wouldn't ever want to be overweight telling my students that they need to do something physically active that I wouldn't be able to, so if I'm eating healthy, I like my students to eat healthy as well. But getting back to my dream, most importantly, as I'm thinking back on it, I didn't find very many literacy texts, methods, styles, anything like that. The only thing I found was a couple demonstrations by the teacher that helped. Let me get this going. I'm cooking breakfast at the same time. That helped the students understand what they're supposed to do. Now I understand that's good because physical education teachers, we need to demonstrate what we're doing, and not everyone's they don't learn through words, an audio learner. A lot of people are visual. But something that we could change in my dream that would make it better is maybe if I started showing them why we're doing these lifts instead of just telling them, and like in my dream how my teacher was just showing them but didn't exactly explain why they were showing them. If I came up with a couple journal articles and said, this is some of the benefits, this lift has been beneficial for this part of your body because so-and-so, they might get more of a motivation to perform that certain lift. Maybe if I were to do something, I would actually assign homework in physical education class. It's not too common, but sometimes you're able to do it and your students can get a good benefit out of it. But in order to do that, you got to put a couple different parts together, just like this omelet that we're putting on the stove right now. Oh, that is going to be tasty. So, we need to put a couple things together. In my dream, I didn't have any game plan. There were no strategies seen. So I need to come up with some that are going to motivate my students, as they haven't really been motivated in any literacy aspect before. So we got to come up with a bunch of different parts and put them together, just like I'm going to do with the rest of this omelet. So I will see you in just a couple seconds. Hey everyone! So now I'm cutting up some ham, turkey. I'm going to put some cheese in my omelet as it's cooking right now. But getting back to my dream and getting some of the ideas for incorporating more literacy strategies into them, because my class hasn't used too many, and that's frustrating because in our 219 class that's pretty much what we're learning. And in physical education I do realize it's harder than some other classes to have some literacy strategies, but I think I can incorporate some into some future classrooms. So it's kind of nice that I had this dream, because it would be a real shame if this actually happened. And Mr. Wealth is a great teacher, great cooperating teacher. He's teaching me a lot, and so maybe this dream will allow me to share some knowledge of literacy strategies and methods with him. If I have my students understand why they're doing something, maybe they'll be able to participate a little bit more than they are right now. Something that I've found effective in the past, and he's talked to me that he has done before, is having the students do a research paper. Now, not super in-depth, but just on a certain lift that they're struggling with, or they don't understand what exactly is it doing. Having them create a video or just a quick couple-page reflection as to why this is important might help them understand cognitively what is going on in the class. So I think putting that together with the weight training class, I understand that it's a very active classroom, but I want to test some of my students a little bit more cognitively than what they have been in this dream of mine. So that's just one part getting put together. I've already talked to him actually about doing this assignment, so it's kind of nice that this dream is reinforcing it. Hopefully he can add a couple other parts to the lesson, just as I'm adding some different parts to my omelet, some ham and turkey, which I love. Cheese will be added next. But the next time I see you, hopefully my omelet will be done, and I'll have an overall game plan as to what I can show my cooperating teacher, Mr. Weltha, in order to benefit the classroom in a literacy method or literacy strategy kind of way. Alright, I'll see you in just a couple. My students are finally responding better and better to me, asking me questions about what I've done in school and what they could improve on in the classroom, which is an awesome feeling, knowing that your students that know you're only an intern are asking for some help and that I can actually help them with it. That's been a great experience so far. But there's still 2 or 3 weeks left in this rotation. I'm hoping by then I can get this project idea that came to me as I'm cooking this omelet to get approved. Maybe I'll be able to bring some in to show you some of their work. But I need to finish this omelet because it's looking delicious. And so the next time I see you, hopefully I will be eating it.